Welcome everyone to the 2018 Pan American Racquetball Championship. I'm Laura McCormick with the International Racquetball Federation, and I'm joined now by Dr. Timothy Backhurst.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, Laura. We're in Temuco, Chile. This is the quarterfinals, often the longest day for us because of so many close matches. Everybody wants to get to the medal round, and here we have two great players. Longoria from Mexico. She's been in these international tournaments for many years. And Sabja from Bolivia. She's been away from the international scene for a while, but she's back this week in this tournament and has surprised a few people with some of her wins. So we are early on in this match, 0 serving 0, and what we have here is a avoidable hinder called. In this situation, Longoria was denied the opportunity to hit straight to the front wall. She appealed the decision. You can see a line judge to the left and right on your screen there. They overturned our head official's decision.
First point for Paulo Longoria off that serve. 1-0.
And that's exactly what the Mexican champion wants. An ace serve gets another point. Let's see if she sticks with the drive serve to the left.
(3-0) lead for Paulo Longoria. She's seeded number 10 in the quarterfinals right now. She'll get a second serve.
Our head official is Fabian Torres from Colombia. You can see he was just marking the score on his tablet. That tablet goes up to his screen on the sidewall to allow everybody to know the score, who's playing, etc. Makes it very easy for fans walking by to see who's playing, what the score is, should they stick around for that tiebreaker kind of situation. And you saw the little fist pump. 0 serving 3. She needs some momentum, the Bolivian. Wow, look how Longoria ran across to take that on her forehand. I don't think Sabja expected that. Longoria puts it down the right side, side out.
Oh, she switched up that serve and it was short. That's a double fault then for Longoria. Side out for Sabja.
The Bolivians over on the left side of the stands show their appreciation. 2 serving 3.
Sabja upset number 2 Maria Paz Munoz from Ecuador yesterday in the round 16s, 15-8, 15-5 to get here today.
I think some, having seen her play this week, wouldn't be surprised by the fact that she upset Munoz. It was just the scoreline was, wow, okay, she's really come. And you know, if you look in the draw, in the pool play, she didn't win any matches, but her draw was very tough, having to play Samantha Salas and Natalia Mendez in that, and took Mendez to a tiebreaker in that pool play. And so this is why she ended up having to play the #2 seed in the first round yesterday.
And she has been out of the sport for a little while, but she's come back. So those who are familiar with racquetball are familiar with her name, Sabja, as well. Side out, Longoria back in the scoring box. 3 serving 2 in game 1.
Short serve, second serve. Sabja right down the middle. Longoria puts it away for another point, 4 serving 2. Longoria, the the silver medalist last year, losing in a tiebreaker to American Rhonda Racich, who is also here. Waiting to see the call here. Sabja wanted an avoidable hinder. She held up because Longoria was in her way. A replay is the call. Sabja wanted to go down the line in that situation, hit the pinch, wasn't low enough. Longoria showed her what to do. Starting to pull away now in game number 1, 5-2. Laura Longoria had a tough pool play herself and came out on the losing side of a match against Vargas from Argentina, 11th breaker, and that's why she's got the #1 seed.
That's right, because Longoria is also, she won silver last year at this event, the Pan American Racquetball Tournament 2017 in Costa Rica. She was in the finals against Rhonda Racich from USA. Second serve for Sabja.
Soft touch from Longoria. These two have never played each other in an international event. So both players seem to be feeling each other out a little bit. Obviously Longoria having the greater experience at international level over the last few years. Current world champion. We expect to see her later this summer defending her title in Cali, Colombia.
Right, those World Championships coming up in August of this year. It's 2 serving 5, Sabja serving for Bolivia. Seeded number 15.
It's nice and crisp from the Bolivian. Gets a point. She doesn't seem to be overawed by this situation. It's easy to get a little nervous knowing you're on the stream, you're playing somebody who's a heavy favorite. It's easy to capitulate, but she's fighting hard and playing quite well right now. That definitely wasn't 2 bounces. And she looks back wanting the 2 bounce call. That's a situation where you just have to keep playing. She almost quit and got a little lucky in some respects.
Yeah, you got to keep going until the ref says it's down there. They're actually the god out there if you're really counting it.
Terrific serve from the Bolivian. 3-shot rally. Suddenly we're tied at 5-5. We also have another women's singles going on court number 4. Gonzalez is playing Cristina Amaya. Currently, Amaya leads 10-7. We'll try and keep you updated with that score.
Sabja just took the lead for the first time this game, 6-5.
Timeout, Longoria, I suspect. 7-5 is the score in favor of the Bolivian. Longoria took an early lead. She was up 5-2, but 5 points from Sabja. And it's now 7 serving 5.
Well, we have many more matches coming up today. This is just the first of our quarterfinals here at the 2018 Pan American Racquetball Tournament. We are in Temuco, Chile, which has been quite a beautiful experience for me. It's my first time here. Tim, is it yours as well?
It's a beautiful city.
It is a beautiful city, and we're so happy to bring the IRF here. So speaking of matches, because that's what people really want, coming up after this, we have another women's singles match. Maria Jose Vargas, who is seeded #1 from Argentina, will take on Rhonda Rashik, who's seeded #8 from USA. I think that'll be a really, really great matchup as well. Back in the match, Longoria calling that timeout. She's down 2 points. Sabja from Bolivia leads 7-5. Wow.
Ace serve. Little fist pump from her. One of the interesting things about this tournament is we're using the gearbox black ball, and it has a different speed and a different bounce to what we've been used to over the last couple of years, and it's created some a different dimension to this tournament. Definitely more rallies, definitely more control is needed in this situation rather than just hit it hard and hope for the best.
Right, it's not as bouncy as the balls that we've used in the past here on IRF. New element for these players to battle against.
Great get, Longoria. Well, Longoria wants a skip. Sabja wants a good shot. There is an appeal, and the line judges both agree with our head official, Fabian Torres from Colombia. So the call stands, and another point for Sabja. 9-5. That should be an avoidable hinder. And this time it's the Bolivian who appeals. Loses the appeal, so it is a side out.
5 serving 9.
Terrific serve. That's a great shot down the left side.
Yeah, really making Sabja move, and it went just out of reach of that racket. Skip ball from Longoria. Side out for Sabja.
You know, I was just going to say, Laura, that the reason Longoria has been so successful in international level for so many years is because of the number of unforced errors she doesn't make. She plays very clean in general, but here you can see that she's struggling a little bit with the power of that serve. Another point for Sabja, 10-6. Three-shot rally from Longoria. Just what she wants. Good serve, poor return. Finish the point. 7-10. Great start to this match. That's beautiful from the Bolivian. Crisp, down the line winner. She's playing very well right now.
Short serve.
Great pickup. Longoria to the ceiling. It's short. Maintained her composure that time, the Bolivian. Thought it was 2 bounces, but Longoria, a great pickup. And then Sabja put it down. 12 serving 7. So we just have a pause. There was an issue with our scoreboard. All of a sudden, Sabja found herself a 15-7 winner. So our official is just fixing that for us. Laura, one of the interesting things with the previous balls we used, we talked about the fact that they're very bouncy, they're very fast, and that really fit into Longoria's game of playing defense, being content to go to the ceiling because a lot of mistakes were being made. But with this slower ball, players can be a little bit more aggressive and the ball doesn't come flying off the back wall so much. And so it's going to change the way she plays, perhaps, in that she needs to be a little more aggressive than she has in the past. Second serve.
Yeah, that's such an interesting element, how that change of ball seems like such a small change can have such an impact on each player and how they adjust to that.
Wow, replay called. We'll see an appeal. And the call stands. The only time a call is reversed is if both officials disagree with our head official. Pickup Sabja. Longoria. Oh. Almost, but not quite. Side out. 7-11. That's a good shot from the Mexican. Took the ball early, put it down the right side. Another point or two, and I think Sabja will take a timeout.
Ace serve from Longoria. 9-11. Sabja has her racket up in the back of the court. Longoria not checking, so this will be a second serve.
It's smart from Sabja, just playing a little bit of a mental game there, showing that, you know, she can control the pace too, and I like the composure. Well, that hand going up is almost automatic, isn't it? And she needs to continue playing, knowing that Longoria is very quick, very athletic, and will get a lot of those balls back.
Sabja calling a timeout.
10 serving 11 is the score.
I love how close this already is. I mean, of course, that's what we expect to see at this level, but it's still so fun to watch. Sabja seeded number 15 this week, and Longoria seeded number 10. And it's always so interesting how that works out with the groups, right? So everyone came in last week. There was round robin competition. That was how everyone got seated today, with Maria Jose Vargas, who we'll be watching on the next stream after this, from Argentina, defeating Longoria. Kind of changed where Longoria, then was seated here for this quarterfinal. And that is always so interesting because she's, #1 in the world. She has so many titles on her back. So she kind of has a bit of a target, I think, sometimes at these events too. She won silver last year. She's notoriously known as, kind of one of the queens of racquetball, right? So it's fun to watch her here and see such a tight competition.
Well, it also goes to show you the quality of these players, in that some of these players are losing in the round robin stage and getting seeds that they wouldn't otherwise. I mean, look at Sabja. She lost every match in the round robin, and here she is taking out the #2 seed yesterday and currently leading by 1 against the world champion. That was close.
Close, but no ace. It'll be a second serve.
Oh, goodness. You saw that serve wasn't very good. This time she doesn't appeal. She doesn't like it, but the serve wasn't very good, and she just stood there. Sabja enjoys that. She'll appreciate that. An easy side out, 11-10. Sabja has to take her opportunities. That's what she was doing earlier. Right now, leaving the ball a little too high. Great serve. Look at that fist pump, Longoria. Ties it 11-11. Sometimes, Laura, the last 2 points are the hardest to earn.
Right. It's the first of 4 now in game 1.
That time the serve wasn't great. Came off the back wall. Sabja down the right side, cross-court pass. Quick update on court number 4. It's currently 12-12 between Salas and Amaya. Another great match showing how close these players are in terms of skill level.
Wow, Sabja just knew that that was going to be a money shot right there. That puts her up now 12-11. I really like her energy. These players are fighting to move on to the semifinals. And they're going after gold this week.
So you saw Sabja serve behind her body. As long as her feet are not in those 2 rectangles on the left side, she can do that. Should be a replay. Longoria clearly doesn't like it, but gave no opportunity to the Bolivian to even attempt to get that back. Again, she appeals and loses the appeal. So, Laura, if a player wins an appeal, they retain their appeals. If they lose them, they run out. Match point, you don't have an appeal remaining.
Longoria's used 3 now. So she's used up all of her appeals. She only is allowed 3. Longoria sides out and calls a timeout. She's going to come off the court and regroup. So coming up after this, we have another women's singles match featuring #1 seed Maria Jose Vargas from Argentina against Ronda Racek, #8 from USA. Then we'll be moving on to the men's singles featuring Carlos Keller from Bolivia and Michael Mollet from Cuba. Mollet.
He came up to me yesterday.
I was going to ask him before we started. Mollet from Cuba. And then we'll round out the singles streaming with David Horn from USA and Pedro Castro from Canada. And then, of course, we'll jump into the doubles. So there's lots and lots of racquetball today from the Pan American Racquetball Championship. For a full schedule, go to internationalracquetball.com.
This is my favorite day of the tournament because this is where the upsets happen. If you're in the semifinals, whoever goes to the final, it's usually not an upset. But the quarterfinals, you never know, and this is a medal round. You're going to be on the podium if you win today, and so it's very important for a lot of these players. And also a team, because they earn points for a team competition, and this determines who goes to the Pan Am Games, which countries, and how many players they take. So there's a lot going on in just these quarterfinals. You saw the ball die in the back corner. Sabja didn't move her feet over. Could have lunged at it. 12-12. Will be a second serve.
Second time now that Sabja's done that. She keeps her racket up.
You can see Longoria doesn't like it, but you also saw she didn't check her receiver before she served. And when you're not ready, you can either turn around and face the back wall or raise your racket. And we had all kinds of controversy in the final last year about this very issue between Racek and Longoria.
From Longoria. A lot of patience on that, a lot of ceiling balls waiting for the right setup.
And these fours are quite unique to most tournament courts. You can see they're not finished. They have some uneven bounces, and even when you hit a ceiling ball, sometimes it will go a little left, sometimes it will go a little right.
That'll be a second serve for Sabja. And she skips it.
And you saw her face when she did it, just that grimace, knowing she had the easy opportunity. 12-12. Great serve, Longoria. Perfect, just crosses the short line. 2 bounces before the back wall. She's hit several ace serves in this first game.
I think this is the type of excitement and energy that Longoria needs right now. She's been a little frustrated by Sabja.
Well, there's an example. We talked about how Longoria likes to play a lot of defense, hoping for mistakes. And in that situation, the ceiling ball was short. Again, maybe because of that ball, she's got to hit it a little harder than she's normally used to. Sabja punished it 12-13. 3 points away from this first game. Soft hands from Longoria that time.
We haven't seen too many scoring runs from these two since maybe the very beginning when Longoria kind of racked up the first 5 points. Second serve for Longoria, 13-12.
was a loose serve from Longoria. Sabja didn't do enough with it. You can see as she walks back, she's a little frustrated with herself because she had an opportunity. Game point number 1, Longoria.
Oh, nice soft touch from Longoria in the front. Wraps up game 1, 15-12. Welcome back, everyone. It's game 2 of our Pan American Racquetball Championship with Paola Longoria and Yasmin Sabja. Sabja. I got it.
Sabja to serve first in this game. It was 12-12, but Longoria took the last 3 points. And there's the example of a tentative swing versus a confident one. Sabja knew she had an opportunity, but again, pushed the ball rather than swinging through it as she was earlier in the first game. Often when an underdog has a close first game but doesn't come out on top, they tend to fall away in that second game, and we'll see if that happens in this match with Longoria taking the first point 1-0.
Second serve for Longoria.
Replay called. Longoria was here late last night, actually, on the courts, getting some practice with her coach, Fran Davis. Clearly not happy with the way she's playing, so needed a little extra time on the court. And, you know, to her credit, she recognized it and came out and got back on the court to work on a few things.
Yeah, I definitely think she's one of the most hardworking people in racquetball. She has a full team of people behind her, not only Fran Davis, Team Mexico, her psychologist and nutritionist,
Personal
trainer. And I like to see that type of dedication. She was also here on the day off on Tuesday. There was a day off for everyone here at the tournament, but she was here along with several other players, but she was one of them here at the courts.
3 serving 0. Good shot from Sabja. Let's see if that gets her into a rhythm. She needs some points here. Longoria, if she starts to pull away, can make this a very short second game. Sabja needs to hang in there, but not with a serve like that. And you saw how far it kicked out of the back wall. Longoria with a pinch winner. Side out 3-0. Quick update on court number 4. Salas won the first over Amaya, 15-13. 3 serving 4. Amaya leads 4. Little grimace from Longoria. She skips that one. 0 serving 3. see a little bit of frustration from Longoria. She's still not happy, and normally she's very calm and very controlled and pretty emotionless on the court. But today, you can see she's a little bit frustrated. She wasn't happy with some of the calls in game one, and you just kind of sense a little bit of uncertainty in her game right now. And Sabja needs to take advantage of that and really try and stay aggressive. That's a tough shot from Longoria cross court.
3-0 in game 2.
Great shot from the Bolivian. Three quick points for Longoria, but we've been back and forth for a few minutes now. Sabja looking for a serve that will get her a poor return. I'm not sure why that was called a second serve. Possibly our official Torres called it as a screen serve. And you can see those Z serves not really working too well for the Bolivian. They're coming off the back wall or coming short. Longoria really punishing them. Almost the Bolivian, she anticipated it well. It was just too good from Longoria. 4 serving 0.
Yeah, Sabja, though, seeming a little down right now. Like, she needs something to kind of pump herself up. She hasn't taken a timeout yet. I know it's still early in game 1, game 2. But she was definitely more on top of it. She had more energy in game 1. Looks like she's going to take that timeout now, which I think is good for her. She needs something to switch up the mental. She's down 5 points in game 2.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to take a timeout when you need it, not just when you're serving or not just when you've lost 5 points in a row. When you feel like it's not working for you, you need to regroup, take that timeout. It's better that you take them as opposed to, well, I wish I had. It's too late now.
Right.
And we see a lot of players do that. Well, when it's 13-5, I'll take that timeout rather than when it's 9-5. And well, it's too late by then. So I like this timeout. I may have called it a little bit sooner just because of the back and forth that you had at 3-0 where it just really wasn't working. She obviously needs to find a serve that Longoria will play defensively more, go to the ceiling and allow her to be a little bit more aggressive on that second shot.
Longoria is staying warm out on the court. We can see her coach Fran Davis giving her some pointers out there. Coming up next, Maria Jose Vargas from Argentina, who's seeded #1, takes on the #8 seed, Rhonda Racek from USA, who is defending her gold medal here from last year in Costa Rica, where she defeated Longoria.
And she's really been enjoying her time here. You could see her when we streamed earlier this week, really enjoying her matches. We had a terrific match between her and Carla Munoz from Chile in the round robin. It just goes to show you the quality of this women's draw. Carla Munoz losing yesterday, Rhonda winning, and will be playing in our next match. Second serve. It's a great Z serve. Sabja just playing defense the entire rally. Longoria complete control in this second game. She leads 6-0. Longoria trying to slide one down the right. Her favorite serve is to the left. Expect a Z serve. Well, you can see it. Sabja got what she wanted. She hit a good return, forcing Longoria to the ceiling. Didn't put the ball away. Longoria showing her athleticism to keep the ball in the rally until she was able to take her chance. Another point for Mexico. From the Bolivian, you could hear her. Let's see if that gets her going. She needs to find a serve that works for her against Longoria. So in this situation, she can serve behind her. It's a good serve. And it's great defense from Longoria that keeps her in the rally until she can take her opportunity. Sabja has opportunities herself, not able to put them away. 7-0. Great serve, Longoria. Sabja did well to stay in that point, but ultimately not enough. Longoria has really settled down, has found a serve. It's working to the left side, second serve, Z serve. Well, a little lucky in that situation, but I like the aggressiveness of the Mexican taking that ball early, running up and attacking it. A very close first game. It was 12-12 in game one, but it's 9-0 for Paola Longoria. That time a loose C serve, kicks off the back wall. Sabja puts it down, 0 serving 9. Better from Sabja, you could see the fist pump. Earns herself a point. Over on court number 4, Salas won the first over Amaya, 15-13, but Amaya leads in game 2, 12-6. Backhand serve, high lob Z. Great defense, Longoria. But not that time. Crisp hitting from the Bolivian. Different serve, forcing Longoria to the ceiling. Let's see if she sticks with it. She does. from Longoria. Three serving 9. Sabja puts it down. So 4 points for the Bolivian. Looks like Longoria is going to take her first timeout of this second game. Each player gets 2 timeouts. A reminder, this is a quarterfinal. Winner advances to the medal rounds. Longoria, the heavy favorite.
That is the reason why Longoria is losing, because it's Longoria losing. Longoria, it's a different player. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. No, it's good. She's going to appeal. I'll take time out. Take Pepe. We got to set up time for Pepe.
Longoria, meanwhile, stays on the court. over on court number 4. We have a tiebreaker. Cristina Amaya won the second game 15-7 and leads 1-0 in the tiebreaker. We'll keep you up to date with that match as well. And also just a reminder, we have many more matches coming up today. Thank you for your support. Hope you continue to share the feed with your friends and family. What a great day of action we have, and what a great start we've had. Longoria 12-12 in game 1. Took the last 3 points. Found a serve in game 2. Sabja seemed all out of sorts, but managed to figure out a serve that Longoria doesn't like. But is it too late? 12-5. Crisp hitting from Longoria. 3-shot rally.
(13-5). Good positioning right now for Longoria.
Sabja just needs to focus on each rally. I'm surprised she's going back to the serve, considering she won 5 points with the lob serve. But what do I know? What do I know? Ace serve from the Bolivian.
6-13. You got to take it 1 point at a time.
Absolutely. Getting the opportunities, and I think the difference here is just the consistency of Longoria. Sabja definitely a higher skip count. Terrific serve. And finished beautifully. Match point number 1, 14, serving 6.
And she skips it.
And you could see and hear her. She's, why did I do that? Of course, if she'd rolled it out, she wouldn't be saying that. Very low percentage shot, but she is up 14-6.
Sabja's going to stick with that drive serve. Side out Longoria, no points earned. (14-6), second match point for Longoria.
Good pick up Longoria off the back wall. And Laura, it just highlights the value of playing defense and being patient and waiting for your opportunities. And in that sense, Sabja didn't play badly, but then at the last took too much on that last shot, buried it into the floor, gives Longoria the match. And you can see here Vargas, she's ready for hers.
Oh yeah, she jumped right out there. She's ready for the next quarterfinal, and so are we. We'll take a quick break though, and we'll be back with a fresh stream of Vargas and Racquetball, Argentina and USA, so don't go anywhere.